Hey, welcome back, everyone. It's been a long time since I have flown Citation Cj4. I'm trying to go through some of these planes that I have flown before, cold and dark. Uh, Recently, I did Boeing 747 cold and dark, but I haven't flown CJ4 in a long time. Citation CJ4, it's like private jet, business class private jets. Um, we're on a PC version still. I will be checking out PS5 version most likely tomorrow. All right, so let's take the cover off. All right, we don't need that. Really nice detail, especially with the lights and everything. Asobo has really done a fantastic job. They have done a fantastic job in 1 year, considering what a mess this was when it was originally released last year in November, and what a difference 1 year makes. Let's open the door, shall we? Huh? Okay. Let me show you inside. Don't worry, we'll turn on the batteries and everything. This is just me showing you a little bit around the this CJ4. They really have done a fantastic job with the detail. All right, let's go outside. I think there's more I have to do here, of course. Take the cover. There we go. From the jet engine. I might have to bring this down to 1440p because there's no point of me doing this um, in 4K. Um, because you guys cannot see the 4K anyway. Keep it balanced. Uh, there we go, high end. Yeah, this is better now. Much better. Let me check the tablet really quick. Hold on. Put a co-pilot. Yes. Passengers. Yes. We'll have some passengers here. You better believe it. Okay. Let's load the aircraft. There she is. Oh, look at the passengers already here. You know what? Let's keep it in 4K because I don't think it really matters. I think this is just the internet that's struggling. I don't think it's my computer. We'll just keep it at 4K. I think we're good. It's balanced 4K. Yeah, it's just better detail. Yeah. All right. We got the passengers. They're here. Just want to make sure everybody's good. Everyone's here. Well, there's a bunch of dudes, man. I really expected to be more mixed, but it seems like a bunch of dudes, bro, flying with me. Anyway. Let's go outside. Is there something else we missed? Just want to make sure. I think I have everything. I think I do. Yeah, I don't understand why there's so many dudes. I thought there's gonna be like some ladies in here, like flying with me as well. The only lady that I have is the co-pilot. All right, let's get back inside. All right, let's turn on the batteries. Then the ATC. We might need a pushback, obviously. Okay. So where's the batteries? The batteries. It's probably down here. There we go. There's the battery. You know, it's been a while since I use Cj4. Okay, the batteries are turned on. We got the batteries. Engine's on. On. Okay. Or else, what else do we need? Let me see. Left, right. Alright, got the engines running. We need the lights. We certainly need the lights. Let there be lights, huh? Let there be lights. Okay. I think we're good. We're good now. Oh wait, we need the lights over here too as well. We need the cockpit. No, we need the lights for the passengers. We'll get those lights here. I think it's somewhere here. There you go. So we're doing cold and dark. So this is all like cold and dark. So everything has to be done manually. How do we turn the lights in the back? Hold on, maybe it's over here. Let's see. It's gotta be here. Like I said, it's been a while. It's been a while since I flown Cj4 Citation, you know. All right, so we got the engines, we got the batteries turned on. Of course, you need the batteries to turn on the engine. We got the instruments. Hold on a second. This frame rate is just killing me. It's just ridiculous, man. Hold on. There we go. Let's keep it at quality. All right, there we go. All right, that's better. Yeah, that's certainly better. All right. The only thing I don't know how to do is how do I get the lights, the passenger lights. That's what I. Let me see. Maybe it's on the tablet. Let me look at the tablet. Let me see. Let's go to settings. Got the fuel. All right, so we have that sent to the ATC. The route has been planned. Like I said, the only thing right now, the only problem I have right now is the my God, the frame rate. I mean, I think it's this airport. The frame rate on this airport is just brutal. I don't think it matters what resolution I'm on. This is just brutal. Anyway, let's get the pushback. Let's turn on the ATC. As far as the passengers, I don't know, man. I don't know how to turn on the lights for the passengers. I'm sorry. It is what it is. I mean, not sure really. Strobe lights on. Passenger lights. Let's see. Anyway, that's okay. The passengers will not have any light. It is what it is. I'm sorry, passengers. No lights for you. It is what it is. Let me go outside. Hold on. Nice detail. My only thing is, like, man, the frame rate is just terrible, dude. Let's try and do this. Let's hold on. Let's bring it to 4K, but keep the let's keep the rendering to medium. Yeah, let's do that. And then keep the 4K quality at quality. Let's see now. Yeah, this is better. Yeah. Hold on, there's one more thing I forgot to do. There we go. Balanced. Deep learning super sampling balanced. Yeah, it's better now. I really am curious to see how PlayStation 5 version is going to run, honestly. With a PC, you know, it really depends on what kind of PC you have, obviously. But even with a PC, it's a huge undertaking. So I'm really curious to see how PS5 version handles this game. All right, I think we're good to go. We're good to go here. We have everything ready. I just need a pushback. I need to get in touch with ATC, get a clearance and pushback. Did we get the lights on? Alright, let's sit over here. I'm ready. Alright, co-pilot. Let's go with the ATC. Let's get in touch with the ATC. Tune to Philadelphia ground on 121.650. We're gonna request pushback.
Philadelphia ground, Cessna November 773, 44 Charlie. Request taxi for takeoff.
Taxi 2,
Close traffic.
short runway, 27 left via taxiway, Juliet, Romeo, Kilo, Kilo, 4 cross, runway, 9er left, November Sierra Tree. Contact tower on 118.5 when ready.
You know what? Let me go to the assistants. I want my co-pilot. Hold on. I can't remember, like, hold on. I can't remember how to get my co-pilot to read the ATC acknowledgement. So trying to figure that out. Hold on.
Taxi to and hold short runway.
Oh, there she is.
Left using taxiway Juliet Romeo Kilo Kilo 4 cross runway 9er left November Sierra Tree Cessna Tree 44.
There she is. Thank you. I need to give her a name. I still didn't give her a name, my co-pilot. Eventually I will give her a name. Right now it's just no name, you know. I just don't know what kind of name to give her, you know. Alright, let's look at the ground services. We need a pushback.
Philadelphia ground, Cessna November 77 Tree 44, requesting pushback.
Cessna November 77 Tree 44, pushback request accepted.
Alright. Steer to the right. No, steer to the left.
Philadelphia ground, Cessna November 77 Tree 44, requesting pushback tug to steer the
Your
aircraft
request
to the
has been
left.
transmitted to the operator.
Alright. There's a pushback. I need him to steer me to the right. How about pushback straight? Straight. Put me straight up. Straight up.
Philadelphia ground, Cessna November 77 Tree 44, requesting pushback tug to push the aircraft straight.
Cessna November 7 Tree 44. Your request has been transmitted to the operator.
Alright, what's taking so long? Come on. Where's the pushback? Why is he not pushing me back? How about steer to the left?
Philadelphia ground, Cessna November 77 Tree 44, requesting pushback tug to steer the aircraft to the left.
What's going on, man?
Cessna November 7 Tree 44. Your request has been transmitted to the operator.
What's the issue? Did I forget something? I don't think I did. Hold on. Everything's good. What seems to be an issue? Can I do my own pushback? The electric system must be turned on. I did. I turned it on. What's going on here? Everything's turned on. Like, what are they talking about? Like, maybe I need to, hold on. Turn off the brake. Parking brake? Maybe that's what it needs. Now, why would it need a parking brake? I mean, they usually push you back. You don't need to do anything. That's weird. Listen. Push back straight.
Philadelphia ground, Cessna November 77 Tree 44, requesting pushback tug to push the aircraft straight.
Cessna November 7 Tree 44. Your request has been transmitted to the operator.
This doesn't make any sense. What the hell's going on? Everything's turned on. I don't know what else. We got electricity. We got the engines running. Like, hello, like. Hold on. Ah, the parking brake. All right, all right, all right. It was the parking brake. Parking brake. My bad, my bad. It's been a while. Listen, it's been a while since I've flown Cj4 Citation, okay? Okay, push back, we can stop. Steer me a little bit to the left.
Philadelphia ground. Cessna November 77 tree 44. Requesting the end of pushback.
Cessna November 77 tree 44. Request to end pushback received.
Alright. Let me see. Yeah, I think we're good. We're good here. Yeah, I can make a turn around here. Alright, there's something else missing here, like the lights. Where are the lights? Like... Ah, hold on. Exterior lights. Got it. Got it. Beacon, navigation, landing, taxi. Pulse lights turned on. Let me see. There we go. Like I said, it's been a long time. Listen. Okay? You can't expect me to be super quick and super fast when it's been a long time. I mean, we are doing cold and dark after all. But interestingly enough, I was able to turn on Boeing 747 very easily, which is kind of strange. Like, if you look at my Boeing 747, I was able to, I don't know, I guess I'm very familiar with the instruments on the Boeing 747, and it's like a muscle memory. But with a CJ4, you know, it's been a long time. So if you look at my video on Boeing 747, I was like, just like that, turning it on, cold and dark, all the switches. But on this one, you know, it's been a while. It's like a new car, right? You know, it's like you're trying to remember what everything is, you know, like, okay. Especially if you haven't flown this airplane in a long time and you're trying to memorize where everything is. Okay, now we need a clearance. Go to the ground services, get the clearance. Go back to the clearance. Request the clearance. Hold on. Clearance, clearance.
Philadelphia Airport Information Charlie, 0200 Zulu. Wind tree 2 at 1 tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition, clear. Temperature.
Okay, so we need to taxi and hold. We already got the clearance.
Airport information Delta.
We got the clearance. We good.
0200 Zulu. Wind tree 2 at 1 tree. Visibility 10. Sky condition clear. Temperature 2. Dew point
All right.
-11. Altimeter tree 0 tree 7. ILS runway 26. ILS runway 27 left and ILS runway 27 right of use. Landing and departing runway 26. Runway 27 left and runway 27 right. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short instructions. Advise controller on initial contact you have Delta.
Okay.
Philadelphia Airport information Delta. 0200 Zulu. Wind tree 2 at 1 tree. Visibility 1.
All right. So we need to taxi to and hold short of runway 27, and then contact the tower on 118 when ready. The only thing I don't know is how to get the lights for the passengers. I just don't know where the lights are for the passengers, man. I looked around. I just can't find it. I mean, I looked around. I don't know. I mean, let me look around here. Maybe it's around here somewhere. I don't know. Let me see. That's just a seatbelt sign. Yeah, I just don't know. Where do I turn on the lights over here, to be honest? I mean, I looked everywhere. To be honest with you, I looked everywhere. I just don't know where the lights are for Cj4. These buttons, I cannot use them. And I looked everywhere. I looked around. I mean, what is this? Let me check this. Hold on. That's just the oxygen. So as far as the lights for the passengers, I'm sorry. I mean, let me look around some more. Floodlights. Nothing. Floodlights. Nothing here. Yeah. Not. I don't know. I'm sorry, passengers. You're going to be sitting in the dark, unfortunately. I mean, I really looked everywhere for the passenger lights. There's nothing. This is just for the cabin. So that there's nothing for the passengers. I mean, I don't know. Is this it? No, nothing. Maybe this airplane doesn't have the lights for the passengers. Maybe they need to update. I don't know. That could be maybe one of the reasons. You know, but either way, it doesn't matter. You know, passengers, they can sit in the dark. It is what it is. I'm sorry. I mean, I wish that I knew where the lights are for the passengers. I looked everywhere. If you guys know, leave a comment. Let me know. I checked everywhere. I have no clue. I looked here on a tablet as well. So I looked everywhere. Unless you guys know, you let me know. Everything's turned on here. To the maximum. So I don't know. You know. Maybe this airplane needs to be updated. But anyway, either way. Sorry, passengers. You'll be sitting in the dark. It is what it is. All right. So let's go ahead and let's taxi slowly. Turn to the right. There we go. Good. Good. I love doing cold and dark. I love doing cold and dark because it's just fun, and it really teaches you how to turn on an airplane and how to turn on all these different various types of airplanes. I think you should always do cold and dark. I think that's the fun part about, you know, Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yes, you can use it for fun, but you can also use it as a realistic simulator. See, that's the beauty about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Yes, you can play it for fun, like I do sometimes, but you can also take it seriously and treat it as a, you know, real simulator. So we need to go to runway 27L, 27L, and then we need to contact the tower on 118.5.
Cessna Tree 44. Hold position. Caution the Boeing 737 on the runway.
Okay, we have to hold the position. There's a Boeing passing.
Position, Cessna Tree 44.
See, there's a Boeing right there.
American Tree 052. Hold position. Caution the Boeing 737.
You can see the Boeing right over there in the distance. Here, see? It's right there. It's right there in a distance. See it?
Hold position, American Tree 052.
Cessna Tree 44. Hold position. Caution the Boeing 737 on the taxiway.
Man, Philadelphia International is very busy, huh?
Hold position, Cessna Tree 44.
We still have to hold the position. There.
Roger. American Tree 052.
Cessna Tree 44, continue taxi.
Okay, we can continue taxi. All right. Acknowledge.
Roger. Cessna Tree 44.
Here we go.
Cessna Tree.
Hold position. Cessna Tree 44.
He just told me to continue. Now it says hold the position. Oh my God, these ATCs. Are you, yo? Did
Tree 44.
did you see that? Did you see that? Yo. This is why I don't trust the AI. I don't trust the AI for this reason. Oh my God. And now he's telling me to continue. Dude, there would have been a collision if I had listened to the AI. It's a good thing I stopped and I didn't move right away. You know, communication with the ATC is everything. It's everything. I don't trust the AI. I still trust a human, because human, you know, it's human. AI can make, you know, I don't know, it's just like, think about the AI, malfunction. I don't know. I still trust a human, because human, you know, it's human. It sees with his own two eyes. Artificial intelligence is like, you know, this whole idea of be dependent on, I don't like that idea. I really don't, man. You know. And I don't like that everything now, it's being dependent on AI. But anyway. Let's continue. Sorry, passengers, I don't know how to turn the lights on. You're gonna have to sit in the dark. It is what it is. Sorry, passengers. Okay, we're almost there.
Street 5171. Hold position. Caution, other traffic.
Hold the position. Got it.
Blue Street 5171. Continue taxi.
You see, this is what I'm talking about, the AI. First he told me, hold the position, now continue. Jesus Christ, make up your mind.
Roger. Blue Street 5171.
See what I'm talking about? Like, make up your mind, AI. What do you want to do? It's almost like it's bipolar. Like it's telling you, oh, continue. Oh, hold the position. Oh, no. Continue. No, hold the position. Continue. Jesus Christ.
5042. Hold position. Caution the Embry ERJ on the taxiway.
Again?
Hold position. Blue Streak 5042.
Blue Streak 5042. Continue taxi.
Jesus. This is something else.
Roger. Blue Streak 5042. Philadelphia Tower. Cessna November 77344 ready at runway 27 left. Close traffic.
Altimeter tree 0 tree 7 traffic is Airbus A320 on final. Left close traffic approved. Clear for takeoff, runway 27 left.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27 left. Cessna Tree 44.
All right, we're clear for takeoff. Let's go. Finally, after 65 million years.
Altitude.
Okay.
Philadelphia Tower, Piedmont 5827 at runway 27 left ready for departure. IFR to Richmond. Piedmont 5827 hold short runway 27 left. Traffic is Airbus A320 on final. Hold short runway. Philadelphia Tower, Piedmont 5827 at runway 27 left ready for departure. IFR to Richmond. Piedmont 5827 hold short runway 27 left. Traffic is Airbus.
I can't close my gear.
On short final.
Hold on. Jesus. Here we go.
502, turn next taxiway.
Yo.
Short runway 27 left, Piedmont 5827. Philadelphia Tower, Piedmont 5827 at runway 27 left ready for departure. IFR to Richmond.
My gear doesn't work.
Piedmont 5827 hold short runway 27 left. Traffic is Airbus A320 on runway.
I guess we're flying with the gear down.
Tower, Blue Streak 5171 ready for departure. Runway 27 left. IFR to New Orleans.
American 2502, exit runway when able. Blue Streak 517, one hold short runway 27 left. Hold short runway. Philadelphia Tower, Piedmont 5.
Hold short runway 27 left. Blue Streak 5171.
Hold short runway 27 left, Piedmont 5827. American 2502, turn next taxiway.
Philadelphia Tower. Cessna November 77 Tree 44 is unfamiliar with the area. Request directions to the airport.
Cessna Tree 44. Airport is 3 o'clock, 7 miles.
Dude, this plane is broken.
American 2.
No, really, I knew that there's something wrong with this airplane. First of all, the lights on the passengers don't work. And the gear, I cannot close the gear.
121.9 for American 2502.
So this airplane seriously needs an update. Like badly. I don't know who developed this Cj4, but it really needs an update. Doesn't work. See? It's ridiculous.
Philadelphia Tower, Spirit Wings 1504 at runway 27 left ready for departure. IFR to Fort Lauderdale.
Spirit Wings 1504, altimeter tree 037. Clear for takeoff, runway 27 left.
You gotta be kidding me. I guess we're flying with gears down.
Takeoff, runway 27 left. Spirit Wings 1504.
They need to update this Cj4 Citation. I knew there was something wrong with it because I couldn't get the lights for the passengers, and now the gear is not working. See, it's in the up position. It's in the up position, but when you look over here, the gear, it's still not going up. So clearly, there's something wrong with this airplane. They need to update this airplane, like, as soon as possible. Now, is this bothering me? No, but it's, you know, unrealistic that I'm flying with the gear down. Like, fine, whatever, you know, it's just, it's kind of weird. But anyway. Yeah, developers of this, is this a Sobo? Yeah, a Sobo. You need to update this, this CJ4. There's an issue with the gear. Now, I'm on a PC, so maybe this is a PC thing. I don't know. I'm not on a PlayStation. Maybe on a PlayStation is working fine. I will be testing a PlayStation version tomorrow. I'm on a PC, so maybe it's a PC thing. I don't know. This is Philadelphia.
Spirit Wings 1504. Did you hear my last transmission? Spirit Wings 1504. Please acknowledge.
.75. Spirit Wings 1504.
Philadelphia Tower, American 2200 ready for departure. Runway 27 left. Hold short runway 27 left. American 2200.
Yeah, I have to land. Because there's something wrong with this airplane. I cannot fly it. We'll have to try another one. There's something wrong with this one. I think there's another citation they have. It's not Cj4, it's a different one. I think they have another citation. You know what? Let's cancel the landing intention. That's fine. We'll be okay. We got, look, man, I have the gear down, so who cares? Big deal. The gears are not working. They're down. Not the end of the world.
Philadelphia Tower, Cessna Tree 44. Cancel landing intention.
That's fine. That's okay.
Cessna Tree 44, your cancellation is received.
Philadelphia approach. Cessna November 77 Tree 44 is type Cessna C25C. 3 miles southwest of northeast Philadelphia, 1900. Request flight following.
Cessna November 77 Tree 44, Philadelphia approach. Squawk 1676.
Squawk 1676, Cessna Tree 44.
Cessna Tree 44.
Roger, Cessna Tree 44.
You know what's going to be interesting? Once I try PlayStation 5 version tomorrow, there won't be any issues. But on the PC, there's always seems to be some sort of issues. Look, yes, I know the PC version is the best version in terms of like what you can do and the variety of different things you can do on it. Not to mention using triple monitors with a 8K, 12K resolution, right? Ultra wide screens, all these different super high-end VR headsets, but it's all expensive, right? But you will see on the PlayStation version tomorrow, everything will run smooth. I will not have any issues with any of these airplanes. Everything will run smooth. But on a PC, I always had issues. Maybe it's just me. And listen, it's not just my gaming laptop. I've used it on my 3090 Ti, on my iBuy Power. Listen, I've been playing this for 5 years since it came out. All right, I mean the whole Microsoft Flight Simulator, 2020 and now 2024. Between PC and Xbox, and always on the PC, I had issues, man. Like something's not working, something's not updated. And in this case, I cannot bring the gear down. I can turn on the passenger lights in the back, and I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just shit out of luck when it comes to PC. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just a me thing with a PC. I always had issues. Because this is a Asobo Citation Cj4, if I'm not mistaken, right? This is the Asobo's Cj4 Citation private jet. This is going to be a short flight. It's not going to be a long flight because we're going to Massachusetts, from Philadelphia to Massachusetts, so we don't need the altitude to be super high, and we're flying with the gear down. I knew that there was something wrong with this airplane, because passenger lights are not working. I knew there was something wrong there. And long and behold, we find out we cannot bring the gears up And if you look over here, you'll see that I have my gears up. Hold on. See? If you look over here, the gear's up. All right? So you know that I'm not lying. And I know some of you will say, well, don't worry about it. They will update this airplane. Yeah, but how long they've been updating this airplane, this CJ4? Like, it's been how many years now? Like, can't you just, like, how difficult is it to roll out a one single update and just get this plane working properly, man? It shouldn't be that difficult, you know. It's a small airplane. Roll out one update, make sure it's the best update there is, and get it fixed, make it work, you know. And this is a Sobo. Okay, if this was a third party airplane from a third party developer, okay, fine, you know, granted, it's not the Asobo's fault, but this is the Asobo's Cj4 Citation. It's been around for 5 years. Like, come on, man. And it's been 1 year since they released this game, right? Last year, November 19th last year, so it's been 1 year. And we're still having issues with the CJ4 after 1 year. We can't roll out like the ultimate update for this plane to make sure that it's running smoothly. Or maybe it's just a PC thing. I don't know. Maybe this is just on a PC. It's not like a big deal that I don't have the passenger lights. Fine, whatever. Also, it's not a big deal that I can't bring my gear up. Fine, whatever. But, you know, it defeats the whole purpose of realism. You know, you play this for realism, right? And then when something like this happens, it can be annoying. Like I said, it's not the end of the world, but you know, it's just kind of annoying. I can cold and dark start any airplane, but you have to remember something, guys. This particular airplane, Cj4 Citation, this private jet, it's been a long time since I have flown this airplane. Boeing 747, I think I've flown Boeing 747 so many times that I just know on top of my head where everything is. Like where all the switches are. Like, Boeing 747 is like, I'm like ready to go, man. Within 5 minutes, man, I'm ready to rock and roll. But with this one, it took me a little longer because it's been a long time since I, you know, flown Cj4 Citation.
Cessna Tree 44.
127.6 for Cessna Tree 44.
Now the co-pilot's handling all of the ATC. So I've selected my co-pilot to do everything for me. So that way I don't have to acknowledge. You know, she can acknowledge for me. That's the whole point of having a co-pilot. I can just focus on flying. She can focus on talking to the ATC, which is air traffic control. So we're going to Massachusetts, from Philadelphia to Massachusetts. I forgot the exact location. It's a city that's just south of Boston. Forgot the name. And the main reason I'm not taking a high altitude is because this is a very short flight. So there's no reason for me to be going on a high altitude with a very short flight. What's the best altitude for a short flight? It depends on the ATC. Like 14,000, something like that. It depends on an airplane, what kind of airplane it is. They might put you up on like 23,000. I think maximum you're looking like 20,000. 20,000 feet high altitude. We can go a little bit faster. Not too fast, but just a little bit faster. This beeping sound will go away any moment. There it is. Like I said, this will be a short flight from Philadelphia International to Massachusetts. Again, I forgot which town it is. It's a town that's just south of Boston. We are approaching Newark Liberty International. And it's very common to see these private jets fly from, JFK, Philadelphia, from New Jersey to Philadelphia to, New York City to Newark. It's faster than going with a car. You know how busy the traffic is in New York City, right? So it's just much quicker and faster. Take a private jet and just get there quicker. my beautiful co-pilot. She's doing a fantastic job. Fantastic job. And the passengers out in the back, well, don't blame me. Blame the Asobo, okay? You're sitting in the dark because of the Asobo. Okay? Yeah, there's passengers. There are passengers here, but you're sitting in the dark because of the Asobo. Okay? Because I don't know how to turn the lights on. I just don't know. Where do I turn the lights on here? Believe me, I looked around. Where? Where do you turn the lights on here? So, you know. Don't blame me. Blame the Asobo. That's a Newark Liberty International. And again, I'm not making a big deal about, you know, the lights and the gear. But there's no excuse. You know, this plane has been out for a very long time, since the original 2020 version, and now 2024 version has been about a year. Maybe this is only on a PC. You know, I can't speak for PlayStation 5 because obviously I don't have the PlayStation 5 version yet, but I always seem to have issues with this airplane. Even I remember, even with the 2020 version, I had issues with a Cj4. There's always something was not working. Yeah. And again, this is the Asobo plane, okay? So I have to blame Asobo. If this was, you know, a third-party plane, then yeah, then you can say, okay, it has nothing to do with the Asobo, it's the third party. But in this case, this is Asobo's plane, as far as I know. It comes with a full game. Comes with a whole package deal of standard default lineup of airplanes. You know. Citation, it's included, Cj4. MetLife Stadium, there it is. You got a nice view from MetLife Stadium. Nice, huh? Should we like do a flyby? Yeah. Let's do a flyby. Why not? Why not? Do we have a clearance to do a flyby? Huh? Do we? No, we don't, but we're going to make a flyby anyway. It's a video game. Just want to see how the stadium looks. Really nice. MetLife Stadium, there it is. Wow. Way to go. Way to go, Jets. A little bit of a flyby for all you Jets fans, alright? For all you Jets fans out there. That was actually highly detailed. MetLife Stadium. New York Jets. Isn't that where what's his name plays? The quarterback. I keep forgetting his name. I'm sure I pissed off a bunch of Jets fans. You don't know the name of the quarterback? I know the name of the quarterback. Just, I can't remember his name right now. I know how he looks like. I know who he is. I mean, it's just I can't remember his name right now for some reason. So they get all don't get all pissy, Jet fans. You know that I can't remember the quarterback of Jets. There's Yonkers. I think I pissed off a bunch of. I don't. They shouldn't be pissed off because I just did a flyby over the MetLife Stadium. New York Jets. So you guys shouldn't be pissed off. You should be very happy that I did a flyby. What's going on with my chat, man? There's nobody. Yonkers? There's Yonkers. But I'll tell you what, they did a good job with the graphics. Honestly, I know there's always going to be some hiccups and mishaps on certain airplanes. I understand that, but I think they did a good job with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. The graphics looks better. The detail on the ground looks better. You know, like everything, it's much better than what we had last year. And it's only going to get better and better. So for those of you who have a PlayStation 5, honestly, this is a must-buy. This is a must-have. Especially considering that you guys on the PlayStation 5 will be taking a full advantage of PlayStation VR 2. And this, on PlayStation VR 2, is going to be amazing. And you also can play this on your PlayStation Portal. So you have that option as well. So you have two different options. You can play it on your PlayStation VR 2 and you can play it on your PlayStation Portal. So I mean, just the fact that this is available on PlayStation 5, it's pretty amazing. Like I said, we're going to Massachusetts. It's a town that's just south of Boston. I can't remember the name. I'm sorry, getting old. I can't remember the name of the town. But the town that I selected is the town that you will see it when we get there. It's the town that's just south of Boston. And for those of you who live in Boston, you'll probably know which town it is. South of Boston. The passengers sitting in the dark. Well, it is what it is. You have to sit in the dark. They want a discount. They're complaining already. Yeah, well, ask a Sobo to give you a discount. They need to make this plane work properly. So the gear, it's working, so I can put the gear up and I can turn on the lights for the passengers. And you'll see this is only the PC thing. You'll see once I start, I'll tell you what, the first thing I'll do once I try the PlayStation 5 version tomorrow, I'm going to try the Cj4 just to see if the lights are working and if the gear is working. And you will see, once I try it on PlayStation, you will see that everything's working. You will see that the gear can go up. You will see that the lights in the back of the passengers are working. It's just a PC version, man. It's a PC. Always a PC. Let me check on the passengers. Hey guys, sorry about the lights, but like I said, you need to get in touch with Asobo and you need to file a complaint to the Asobo and tell the Asobo that, you know, you were flying without the lights. You know, maybe tomorrow on a PlayStation 5 version, maybe there will be lights. Maybe I'll be able to bring the gear up, because right now we're flying with the gear down. Thank God that the flaps are working. At least the flaps are working. Oh Lord. Hopefully this fire extinguisher is not expired. Danbury Airport. I guess we're already in Massachusetts. So we're getting closer. Like I said, it's not that far. A flight from Philadelphia to Massachusetts. Driving, yes, but flying, not that far. Don't worry about the sound. It's perfectly normal. It's perfectly normal. This is just an indicator that I'm overspeeding. That's all. But I know my passengers don't want to hear this kind of a sound. It gives them the anxiety and panic attacks. I don't want you to have anxiety and panic attacks, okay? Is everybody okay? Breathe. Okay, everybody breathe, all right. So how can you treat this software? Well, there's two ways you can treat this software. For those of you who are on PlayStation, yes, you can treat it as an arcade if you want to, and just have some fun with your friends. You know, screw around like I did with a Huey helicopter. You can do that. And that's pretty cool that you have that option. You can treat it as an arcade and just have some fun. Or you could treat it as a realistic flight simulator. And I think that's what Asobo did right with the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And I think that's why so many people are flying it. Because, you're not forced to only play it realistically. Like, they're not forcing you like, this is it, you have to start cold and dark, there's no any other way. Then that would be obviously limited only to hardcore aviators, but what they've done with this franchise, with this series, is they have opened the doors for others for anybody to pick up and fly. And you can treat it any which way you want to treat it. You can treat it as an arcade and just have some goofy fun, or you could treat it as a realistic simulator. I think that's what I like about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. They're not forcing you just to play it a certain way. They give you options on how you want to play it. Because when it comes to any software, any video game, I always look at what are the options that this game has. That's where I look at the value. A lot of people ask me, how do you grade a value of a video game? Well, the way I grade value of any video game, it's based on what it has and what it has to offer. And based on what it has and what it has to offer, it's where I will give it the value. It has to have the features that will make me come back and play it again. When it comes to single player games, it depends on how good it is. Like The Last of Us, I can replay The Last of Us as many times as you want, which I have, because it's such a great game, it's such a masterpiece. So, but those are once in a lifetime that you have a game like that. that it's so good, that the single player experience is so good that you can replay it as many times as you want. Metal Gear is another great example. The original Metal Gear, 1998. It's so good that you can replay it as many times as you want. Final Fantasy VII, you can replay it as many times as you want because it's so good. So a single player game has to have really good story, good characters. It really has to be top notch to have a value, a replay value. God of War, yep. The God of War, I'm talking about the reboot. 2000, is it 2018? Yeah, 2018 God of War reboot. Such a fantastic game that also has a value. So these are the games that I look at with certain value. Metro Exodus, same thing. Great characters, great story, great value. Cyberpunk, of course, great value. So when it comes to single player games, same thing goes with the Days Gone. Days Gone, great value as a single player game. So that's where I look at the value when it comes to single player games. Red Dead Redemption 2, of course, great value. Even without the multiplayer, even if Red Dead Redemption 2 didn't have a multiplayer, but it does have a multiplayer. But even without the multiplayer, it's still a great value. But if you're going to have a game that has a mediocre story and mediocre characters that you will forget about, and you have no multiplayer, to me that's a rental at best. To me that's not worth paying money for that. Sports games, of course, if you're a fan of that specific sport, then yeah, there's a value. But if you're not a fan of the specific sport, then you will not see any value. What I mean by that is, are you like a hardcore NBA fan? If you are a hardcore NBA fan, then of course for you it will always have value. If you're a hardcore soccer fan, then FC 26 will have a great value. If you're a hardcore NFL, National Football League, then you're gonna love Madden. Each year you will buy Madden, you will enjoy Madden. So it all depends. When it comes to sports games, depends on how much of a hardcore sports fan are you. Same thing with the NHL, same thing with the baseball. I think we're almost there, guys. Yeah, we're in Massachusetts. And we're doing this in real time. We're in Massachusetts. Originally, I was gonna land this airplane to a nearby airport, but I was like, you know what? I can fly with the gear down. It's fine. I've been getting a lot of messages from you guys regarding what do I prefer. And I don't know why you guys are emailing me. I don't know why. I know my email is there, but the reason I have that email, it's just if you have a specific question or a complaint regarding my channel or something, or maybe something you didn't like about my channel or some kind of a feedback, whatever. But anyway, people usually send me emails. And through these emails, I do see questions, people asking me to play Splinter Cell. I don't know, man. It's like this one guy just keeps begging me to play Splinter Cell. Listen, I will play Splinter Cell, but man, you got to be here. You have to be on this chat. You have to be a member. You have to be active, man. You can't just guys, you can't just put out these demands, but I never see you on my chat. I never see you on my comments. You can't just demand something to happen, but you haven't contributed nothing. I think that's fair, right? Yeah, sure. I don't mind playing a Splinter Cell, revisiting the classic, but it's But anyway, that's one of the questions. There's another question that I get. It's when you're gonna play Tekken. I don't know. When you guys gonna start giving out some super chats and donating? Let's be fair. And another question that I get, it's regarding Microsoft Flight Simulator, and what do I prefer to fly Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 on? Do I use the controller like right now, or do I use the flight stick, or do I use the yoke? It depends what kind of mood I'm in. If I want a super realistic experience, then I'll just connect my Velocity 1 Turtle Beach yoke and that's it. So it really depends on how realistic do I want that experience to be. To me, it doesn't matter. I can use a controller, but if I feel like having that super realistic experience, then I'll certainly plug in my Turtle Beach Velocity 1 flight controller with everything. It has all the buttons, has all the key buttons. That can be assigned to a Boeing 747 or 787 or Airbus 320, A320. So I'll use that. But most of the time, man, I just use a controller. Most of the time, I use this. But yeah, of course, if I want the realism, use my Turtle Beach Velocity 1 and that's it. It's funny, they're all a bunch of dudes. My passengers are all old dudes. Bunch of dudes, man. And look at this guy wearing his sunglasses, bro. You're wearing his sunglasses and it's dark in here. Oh my god. Anyway. Yeah, I think we're in Massachusetts. Well, it's not exactly a short flight. But I'm not also exactly flying really fast. You know what I mean? Westfield Barnes Regional. So this is Massachusetts. Oh yeah, there's something I forgot to show you. If you're flying at night and you need like your screen to be brighter, this is what you need. Exposure. Use the exposure compensation. This will select to adjust exposure value, making picture either darker or brighter. So I usually keep it around like 0.35, so you can have a brighter, you know. You see, now you got much brighter. Picture. But this also depends on what type of TV do you have. You know, what type of settings do you have on your TV. You know, I think having a brighter exposure. What do I mean by a brighter exposure? Okay, you don't want your black levels to be crushed. If your black levels are crushed, then you can't see the details in the shadow. Right? And I'll give you one example. Like the details of these passengers in the back, right? It's going to be a little bit better because we have the exposure a little bit brighter. So we can see the passengers a little bit better now. Right? Sure, we have no lights, but we can still see, you know, definition of the shadows in the dark. Right? I've been talking about this for 12 years. When I started doing televisions, I've been talking about this and the importance of this. And I've seen some of the settings that some of you guys have, and I'm like, how could you watch, you know, a movie like that with the black levels all crushed? You're losing all the shadow details. You can't see nothing. You know. See, now you can see better. You can see better at night. Better definition of the clouds. Better definition of the airplane. Better definition down on the ground. It just looks better. Northampton, so we're getting closer. Like I said, we are in Massachusetts. It's very cloudy. This is in real time. And that's another thing I like about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. Everything's in real time. And I love that. That makes it super realistic. I think we're getting closer. Let me see. We're going to go a little bit faster, you know, so we can get there a little bit quicker. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. We don't want to drag this flight till midnight, you know. Let's get there before 11 o'clock. We're almost there. We'll still have a long way to go. My apologies. Fortunately. But we'll get there. You know. I'm speeding it up a little bit. I'm accelerating the speed. long trip. It's about a couple of hours. But you also have to remember, we spend a lot of time, you know, turning all the switches, cold and dark start. We spend a lot of time with, you know, getting a pushback, then following the ATC instructions on the runway, taxiing to the runway. So we spend a lot of time there as well. Let me brighten this up, brighten it up a little bit. There we go. 05. Much better. I would keep it at 05, the exposure. So when you're flying at night that way, you can see everything, you know. Yes, this will be beeping because I'm overspeeding, you know, it's nothing to worry about. It's just we're overspeeding, so this is normal. All right, everybody here, relax, okay? Especially you with the sunglasses. I don't know why you're wearing the sunglasses in a airplane that has no lights in the back, and it's at night. But I guess you like wearing your sunglasses at night. This is my lovely co-pilot. I need to give her a name. She still has no name. Still got a long way to go. I have to go to the bathroom. I'll be back. I'll be back.
4.25. Airfront safe.
All right, we're almost there. Almost. It's time to lower the altitude. All right. Don't worry about that sound. It's just overspeed because I'm dropping the altitude really fast. At least we don't have to worry about the gear. The gear's already down. Do not be alarmed about the sound. It's just me overspeeding. Can't wait to try PlayStation 5 version tomorrow, just to see how it is. If you guys want to fly with me, alongside me on a PlayStation 5 version, that's fine. I believe that's the airport, the one on the right. Over there. Over there. That's the one. I feel so bad for my passengers. They have to sit in the dark for this entire flight. Well, that's Asobo for you. File a complaint to the Asobo. I couldn't find the switch for the lights. And the gears would not go up. So where are we? We're in Massachusetts, just south of Boston. That's where we are. I believe. That's right. Yeah, just south of Boston. You can see right here, that's Logan International, which is in Boston. So this is south of Boston. That's where we are. Ben Affleck town and Matt Damon town, all right? Are you from Boston, eh? And we flew all the way from Philadelphia. I don't think I will be needing this anymore. We can close that. That's it. Bangor International, Massachusetts. All right, here we go. Smooth as the butter, huh? Smooth as the butter, huh? Smooth as the butter? Is it smooth as a butter? You see? Because the gears are not working. This airplane is broken. See, this is what I was saying. That's the problem. See? Alright, everybody exit emergency. Let's just turn the battery off. And it's still moving. You see, it's a broken airplane. You know, this is what I was saying. Let's just turn it off. Hold it. Where's the batteries? Let's just turn it off. Turn it off. Oh my God. It's ridiculous. Everybody out. Everybody out. Let me open the door. Good God. Everybody out. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is what I was saying. You know, see, this is... I hope you guys understand my point. And you'll see tomorrow when I play PlayStation 5 version of the same exact CG, I'm sorry, CG. The same Cj4 Citation. You will see that it will work. Everything will work normally, nothing will be broken. It's just a PC version that sucks ass. Yeah. I meant to say CJ, not a CG. Well, it is a computer generated airplane, but the name of this airplane, it's Cj4 Citation. And look, it's still moving. It's still sliding. Why? Why is it sliding? This is ridiculous. All of this for nothing. At least we landed on our destination for what it's worth it. It's ridiculous. Unbelievable. You'll see. And look, it's still moving. Look, it's still moving. Why is it moving? You'll see. PlayStation 5 version will work just fine. There won't be any issues on this Cj4 Citation, or as I called it earlier, CG. CG. Computer generated. Actually, computer generated broken Cj4. Come on, guys, get out of there. Why are you still here? I mean, you saw when I lift off earlier in this live stream, the gear would not work. It wouldn't go up, and it was down the whole time. And once I landed, it was acting as if there was no gear. So I just landed flat. I hope this is not the case with the PS5 version. I don't think so. You'll see. I will. The very first thing I will do is jump on the CG on this computer generated, as I like to call it, CJ4 Citation. That's the very first thing I will do on the PlayStation 5 version. This is the very first airplane I will try. It's Cj4 Citation. Just to see if this is a issue that's on the PC. And you will see, mark my words, that I'm going to be right. This will be an issue that's only on a PC. It will not going to be an issue on the PlayStation. You will see on the PlayStation version, I will pick this exact same Cj4. And you will see that everything will work. The gear will be able to come down. I'll be able to turn on the lights. Everything will work fine. The gear will come down, will go up, will come down. Lights will be able to be turned on for the passengers in the back. This is the PC. The PC crap, man. I always said, you know what it is? It's not the first time that I had issues with this exact same Cj4 Citation. I always had issues with this plane, but only on a PC. When I was playing it on the Xbox Series X or Series S, no issues. But always on the PC, there's something, man. It's just this plane just. Anyway, that's it. That's the flight. At least we landed, you know. I was able to cold and start and take off, but you know, what can I do? It's a broken ass plane. You can't blame me for this. It's not my fault. It's the Asobo's fault that they have a broken ass plane, you know, on a PC version. And you will see, mark my words, tomorrow I will prove it to you that on the PlayStation that's not the case. On the PlayStation it works just fine. It's just a PC, you know, because I always had issues with this plane. They never really fixed this plane. They never really update this plane properly. It's always been issue after issue with this Cj4. It's almost like they forgot about this plane, you know. But on a PC they forgot about it. But on a console it works fine. And you will see tomorrow on a PlayStation this will work just fine. I will pick this exact same Cj4 Citation, and you will see that everything will work fine. Gears up and down, closing, opening, the lights in the back working just fine. Hey, look at this. Why is there lights? Look at this. It has lights when you look from the outside. Yeah. Anyway, don't use this airplane on a PC version. It just doesn't work. Use it on a console. Either Xbox Series X, S, or PlayStation 5 or 5 Pro, whatever you have. I never had an issue with this airplane. On a Series S, yes, I played it on a Series S and Series X. Both Series S and Series X version were working fine. It was just a PC version, always PC version. And I tried it on a multiple different PCs, on my iBuyPower with a 3090 Ti. I tried it on my, you know, gaming laptop. I mean, you name it. I have tried it on a variety of different computers. Always the same issue. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this flight. For what it is what it is. You know, don't blame me. Blame the Asobo for the broken ass plane, you know. Hey, look, it's still moving. Why is it still moving? It's still moving. It's still, look. Even though I got the brake on and everything, it's still moving. All right, guys. Have a good night. I hope you look at this. It's moving by itself. My God. You'll see tomorrow on the PlayStation. Smooth as a butter, no issues. It's just a PC version of this Cj4 Citation. And look, you can see that they have lights when you're looking at it from the outside. But when you go inside, they have no lights. There's no lights. What is this? A toilet? Anyway, have a good night. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. With a PlayStation 5 version. Finally, we'll jump into a PlayStation 5 version and we'll have a much better experience. I hope that we'll have at least better experience, you know, than this, you know. It kind of bothers me because I went through all this process, you know, flipping all the switches, cold and dark, starting the plane, and then wasted almost, 3 hours of my time, and then only to land without the gears. And it's just like so disappointing, you know. But again, it's not my fault. It's not like I forgot to lower the gears. The gears were already down. The problem is the plane is broken. The gear was already down. It's just the plane is broken. You know, so it's not my fault. And look, it's even moving on by itself, you know. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Anyway, have a good night. Happy holidays. And I will see you tomorrow. What's going on with my chat? What in the world's going on with my chat? Still nothing on my chat? I guess nobody came in on the chat. I don't know what the deal is. I'll check it tomorrow when the live stream is processed. Look at this plane. It just it really bothers me, man. This Cj4 really bothers me. It really does, man. And there's a pretty good reason why I avoided flying this Cj4 Citation, because I knew I always had issues with this plane. Always. You would think I would have issues with a Boeing 747 or 787 or Airbus 320. No. But I have a problem with this Citation Cj4. Look at it. It's like possessed. This airplane is possessed. Man. Anyway. Okay. Don't let this upset you. It's okay. Breathe, Mr. 4K. Breathe. I'm just disappointed. You know what it is? I'm just disappointed because it feels like I wasted 3 hours of my time for nothing. You know, But anyway, it's not the end of the world. You know what I mean? I'm sure on the PlayStation 5, you will see that I was right. You will see. On the PlayStation 5, this will work good. It's just a PC. The PC, because I know I always had issue with this plane on a PC. And you will see that, you know. It's ridiculous. Anyway, have a good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.